Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for attending these presentations. My name is Muhammad Ali Fahmi, with co-author Ferry Surya Hendrawan and Firman Syahjaru. We are from Sekolah Tinggi Teknologi Muhammadiyah. Today we are going to present our paper with the title "A Collaborated NPD Framework to Increase Product Competitiveness." An NPD framework is commonly designed as a basic guide activity and strategy before the product is being released to the market. But based on our finding in literature review, most of the framework is in abstract state with minimum insight on how to do in terms of technical aspect. In this paper, we take a further way to design a conceptual framework to optimize the NPD framework. Based on literature review approach, we collaborated NPD with APA framework and clustering volumetric to define its product priorities improvement and failure analysis as final step to detect failure potential in the product. The global pandemic COVID-19 and the development of explorations in new advanced technology adapt in 4.0 manufacturing industry, increasing the competitiveness in a very significant market share. In the point of view from the manufacturing. From the point of view of manufacturing a company to survive in these situations, they will need and they will force to make a better product in NPD process with good result and competitiveness. An NPD framework is commonly designed as basic guide activity and strategy before product is being released to the market. But based on our finding from the literature review, most of the framework is in abstract state with minimum insight on how to do in terms of technical aspect. So our research aim is to make a further way to optimize the NPD framework to make it easier to understand and giving the insight of what is the most crucial improvement to gain a competitive product and what are failure precaution actions. In this research, we using methodology based on data gathering in literature review, and we take a further way to formulate a way to optimize it. In literature review, we divided three aspects. First is the concept of product development. The second one is what are the framework in NPD, and the third one is decision making and risk assessment on NPD. From the literature review, we gathering 47 documents and we filter it into three main aspects. Consists of the concept of product development, the framework of NPD, and also decision making. And we get at least 17 journal that is related to this main area. The finding is that none of the three framework explain the use basic steps such as variety generation, selections, elaboration, and inheritance. However, each of the framework place more emphasis on certain theories and phenomena in NPD, although they are not targeted in a holistic view as a whole. The NPD framework from Pisan and Ulrich, based on our perspective, consists of the main aspect, is more advanced than the two other frameworks. And the third one, the existing NPD is not include factor of technical aspect related to decision making and risk assessment. So we propose a concept and formulated a new approach in NPD as described below. As you can see that they are in the middle, this is the NPD framework from Pisan and Ulrich, which consists of product, portfolio, and architecture. In this process, we added the gap is to find that what are the gap between our product and other competitors. In this case, we're using competitive benchmarking tools. The second one, how to verify and validate the strategy and also the development of the product. In here, we're using clustering volumetric to verify and also using AFAC framework to validate the strategy from the portfolio. And lastly, we added the failure analysis to detect what are the potential failure of the product using the FMEA and also PFMEA tools. The summary is that none of the three framework explain the specific step, such as variety generation, selection, elaboration, and inheritance. However, each of these framework places more emphasis on certain theory and phenomena in NPD, although they are not targeted in holistic view as a whole. The second one, the framework from Pisan Ulrich consists of three main aspects: product, portfolio, and architecture. And from our perspective, this is more advanced than two other frameworks. Although it is an abstract with minimum insight on how to do in terms of technical aspect. The third one The existing NPD does not include factor authentication aspect related to decision making and also risk assessment. The fourth, from our perspective, to increase the product competitiveness, the proposed conceptual framework of NPD is need to modify with added three other aspects to consider consist of how to find a gap between our product and other competitor, which is proposed using competitive benchmarking. And after being processed in NPD, the next step is how to verify and validate the product and portfolio in NPD, which proposed using clustering scoring metrics to verify, and also alpha framework to validate the strategy. And lastly, how to assess the risk by proposed using the FMEA and also PFMEA tools. Thank you for your kind attention in this to join this presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.